Welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Before we begin, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe and drop a comment about where you are watching from. Rain hammers the windshield as Simone Carter's headlights catch something in the darkness. She slams the brakes. Her heart pounds. There, in the ditch alongside this forgotten Georgia backroad, a wheelchair lies overturned in the mud. A man struggles beneath it, his designer suit plastered to his body, rain mixing with blood on his face. "Oh my God," Simone breathes, throwing her car into park. She sprints into the downpour, her scrubs already soaking through. The man looks up at her with wild, panicked eyes. He's Asian, maybe late 30s, and he's saying something she doesn't understand. Korean, she thinks. His lips are blue from cold. "Sir, I'm a nurse. I'm going to help you, okay?" She kneels in the mud beside him, her hands already assessing. Head trauma. Broken ribs by the way he's breathing. Hypothermia setting in. "Can you understand me?" He nods weakly, tries to speak. "Please, no hospital." His English is broken, desperate. "Please." Every instinct tells Simone to call 911, but something in his eyes stops her. Terror. Real bone-deep terror. She makes a split-second decision that will change everything. "My house is 5 minutes away," she says, already lifting him. He's surprisingly light, all lean muscle and sharp bones. She gets him back into the wheelchair, ignoring his groans of pain, and somehow manages to fold it into her back seat with him. The whole time, he watches her like he can't quite believe she's real. Simone's farmhouse glows warm against the storm. She helps him inside, into her late father's recliner, because the wheelchair won't fit through her narrow hallway. The man sits there, shivering violently, and she realizes she doesn't even know his name. "I'm Simone," she says, already pulling out her medical kit. "What's your name?" Jin-woo, he manages through chattering teeth. "Jin-woo Park." She doesn't waste time talking. His clothes need to come off now before hypothermia takes hold. She helps him strip down to his boxers with clinical efficiency, trying not to notice the scars. So many scars. Some old, some recent. His body tells a story of violence she doesn't want to imagine. She wraps him in heated blankets, checks his pupils, counts his ribs. 3 broken, maybe 4. "Who did this to you?" she asks quietly, cleaning the gash on his forehead. Jin-woo closes his eyes. When he opens them again, they're guarded. "Don't remember. Car accident, I think." It's a lie. Simone knows it's a lie. Those are fist-shaped bruises on his ribs, not seatbelt marks. Someone beat him and left him to die. But she doesn't push. Not yet. She makes him tea with shaking hands, realizing what she's done. She's brought a stranger into her home. A stranger who clearly has dangerous people after him. Marcus would lose his mind if he knew. Her younger brother already thinks she's too trusting, too soft. But Simone looks at Jin-woo's face. The way he holds himself so carefully, like he expects her to hurt him any second. And she knows she couldn't have left him there. "Thank you," Jin-woo says softly. The words sound rusty, like he doesn't use them often. "Don't thank me yet," Simone replies. "Those ribs need to heal before you go anywhere. You're stuck with me for a while." Something crosses his face. Relief? Fear? She can't tell. He just nods and sips his tea, his eyes never leaving her, like he's trying to figure out what she wants from him. It breaks her heart a little. That look. Like kindness is the most suspicious thing in the world. If you're already hooked by this mysterious stranger, smash that like button, and let me know in the comments who you think Jin-woo really is. Trust me, this story gets wild. That first night, Simone gives him her father's old room downstairs. She lies in her own bed upstairs, staring at the ceiling, wondering what
she's gotten herself into. Rain continues to pound the roof. Somewhere below, Jin-woo is probably wondering the same thing. By morning, the storm has passed. Simone finds Jin-woo already awake, sitting in the wheelchair she managed to clean up last night. He's staring out the window at her garden with an expression she can't read. Longing, maybe. Hungry, she asks. He turns, and for a second, his face transforms. A real smile, small but genuine. "Yes. Very." Simone makes breakfast, grits, eggs, bacon. Southern comfort food. Jin-woo stares at the grits like they might bite him. She laughs, actually laughs, and shows him how to add butter and salt. He tries it cautiously, and his eyebrows raise in surprise. Good, she asks. Strange, he admits. But good. Yes. They eat in companionable silence. Simone pulls out her phone, opens a translation app. Okay, so. Do you have family I can call? Someone who's looking for you? Jin-woo takes the phone, types slowly in Korean. The app translates, no family. No one looking. It's another lie. She sees it in the way his jaw tightens, the way his fingers grip the phone too hard. But again, she doesn't push. Well, she says, taking her phone back. Looks like you're my patient then. I'm Simone Carter, ER nurse at County General. I work nights mostly, so you'll have the house to yourself during the day. Make yourself at home. Jin-woo types again, why you help me? You don't know me. Simone thinks about her parents, about the car accident that took them 2 years ago. About how she wished someone had been there to help them in those final moments. About how she became a nurse because she couldn't save them, but maybe she could save someone else. Because you needed help, she says simply. That's enough. Jin-woo stares at her for a long moment. Then he types, you are very good person, Simone Carter. She snorts. Don't canonize me yet. I'm also nosy, stubborn, and I don't let my patients leave until I say they're healed. You're going to hate me in about 3 days. For the first time, Jin-woo laughs. It's a rusty sound, like he's out of practice, but it transforms his whole face. Simone finds herself smiling back, ignoring the voice in her head that sounds like Marcus warning her about stranger danger. The days slip into a routine. Simone works her shifts at the hospital, comes home exhausted, and finds Jin-woo doing small things around the house. Folding laundry. Washing dishes. Tending to her garden from his wheelchair. They communicate through the translation app, broken English, and increasingly elaborate hand gestures. She teaches him words. He teaches her simple Korean phrases. What does this mean? She asks one evening, pointing to something he wrote. Jin-woo hesitates. It means, thank you for seeing me. Not as broken thing. As person. Simone's throat tightens. You're not broken, Jin-woo. You're just hurt. There's a difference. He looks at her like she's just said something revolutionary. Like no one's ever made that distinction before. And Simone realizes that whoever hurt him, whatever life he came from, it was a place where broken and hurt meant the same thing. A place where weakness got you killed. She starts to ask him about it, but her phone rings. Marcus. She sighs. Hey, baby brother. What's up? Coming home this weekend, Marcus says. Got you some of that fancy coffee you like from that shop near campus. Simone's stomach drops. Marcus can't find Jin-woo here. He'll freak out, call the cops, ruin everything. Actually, this weekend's not great. I've got double shifts. Simone, I haven't seen you in 2 months. I'm coming. Besides, I'm worried about you. You sound different. Different how? I don't know. Just different. Less sad, maybe? Which is weird because you're usually more sad in the winter. Simone glances at Jin-woo, who's watching her with those dark, intelligent eyes. Has she been less sad? Maybe. Maybe having someone to care for, someone who needs her, has filled the empty spaces her parents left behind. Fine, she concedes. But I'm warning you, the house is a mess. When isn't it? Marcus teases and hangs up. Jin-woo waits until she puts down her phone. Problem? My brother's coming this weekend, she says. He's protective and suspicious of everything. This is going to be complicated. Jin-woo nods slowly. I should leave before he comes. I bring you trouble. No, Simone says firmly. You're still healing. Marcus will just have to deal with it. Besides, what's he going to do? You're in a wheelchair and half his size. It's not like you're dangerous. Something flickers across Jin-woo's face. Guilt? Amusement? It's gone before she can identify it. Yes, he agrees quietly. Not dangerous. I am just Jin-woo. But Simone notices how his hand curls into a fist on the armrest. Notices the way his eyes track the room, cataloging exits and angles. Notices the scars on his knuckles that look like they came from hitting things or people over and over again. She notices, but she doesn't ask. Not yet. Because right now, Jin-woo Park is just a man who needed help, and she's a woman who needed to help someone. Everything else can wait. That night, Simone wakes to sounds from downstairs. She creeps to the landing, heart pounding, and peers down. Jin-woo sits in his wheelchair by the window, silhouetted in moonlight. He's speaking softly in Korean into his watch, an expensive watch she noticed before but dismissed. She can't understand the words, but she understands the tone. It's the voice of someone giving orders. Someone used to being obeyed. The hairs on the back of her neck stand up. Jin-woo touches something on the watch face. A faint beep. Then silence. He sits there for a long moment before wheeling himself back to his room. Simone lies awake until dawn, wondering what kind of man owns a watch that doubles as a communication device. Wondering what kind of man speaks in that tone of cold authority. Wondering what kind of mistake she's made by bringing him into her home. But when morning comes and Jin-woo smiles at her over coffee, when he carefully pronounces good morning in English and looks so proud of himself, she pushes the worry aside. Maybe she's wrong. Maybe she's paranoid. Maybe he's just a businessman who got mugged and is too embarrassed to admit it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.
Rain stops by noon but tension does not. Simone stands at the kitchen sink, washing a mug she already washed twice, when gravel crunches outside. Her spine stiffens. A car engine cuts off. A door slams. Jin-woo looks up instantly. He does not ask who it is. He already knows something is wrong. Simone wipes her hands on her jeans. That's probably my brother, she says, forcing calm into her voice. Marcus. Jin-woo nods once. His jaw tightens. I stay quiet, he says. His English is slow but clearer than before. No, Simone says quickly. You don't hide. That'll make it worse. Just be yourself. He almost smiles at that. Almost. The front door opens before she reaches it. Simone. Marcus's voice fills the house, loud and familiar. You alive in here? In the kitchen, she calls back. Marcus walks in with a duffel bag slung over one shoulder, rain jacket half-zipped, eyes already scanning. He stops short when he sees Jin-woo. The silence stretches. Marcus says carefully, Who's this? Simone steps between them without thinking. This is Jin-woo. He was in an accident. I found him on the road. Marcus's gaze drops to the wheelchair, then to Jin-woo's face, then to his hands. Marcus believes in details. Always has. Jin-woo inclines his head slightly. Hello, he says. Thank you for sister. Marcus's eyebrows lift. Sister. He means me, Simone says. Translation app thing. Marcus sets his bag down slowly. You brought a strange man into your house. Yes, Simone says. Because he was bleeding in a ditch. Marcus looks at Jin-woo again. You from around here? Jin-woo shakes his head. No. Where you from? Korea. Marcus exhales through his nose. Of course you are. Simone shoots him a look. Don't start. I'm not starting, Marcus says. I'm asking questions. Jin-woo meets Marcus's stare. He does not look away. He does not fidget. He does not apologize. Marcus notices. What happened to you? Marcus asks. Car accident, Jin-woo says. Marcus glances at Simone. That what you told her? Yes. Marcus crouches slightly, pretending to inspect the wheelchair. You got family looking for you? No. Marcus straightens. You got enemies? Jin-woo pauses. It's half a second too long. I don't think so, Jin-woo says. Marcus smiles, but there is no humor in it. You don't think so? Simone steps in. Marcus, stop interrogating my patient. Your patient. Marcus repeats. Yes, she says. Which means he's under my care. Which means you don't get to scare him. Marcus looks at her. Really looks. He sees the set of her shoulders, the fire in her eyes. He sighs. Fine, he says. I'll behave. He extends a hand to Jin-woo. Marcus Carter. Jin-woo hesitates, then shakes it. His grip is firm. Too firm for a man with broken ribs. Marcus notices that too. Welcome to the madhouse, Marcus says. Rules are simple. Don't hurt my sister. Jin-woo meets his gaze. I would never. Marcus studies him for another long second, then nods. Good. If you're enjoying this tension already, hit that like button and subscribe right now because this story only gets more intense from here. That night, Simone cooks dinner while Marcus hovers nearby. Jin-woo insists on helping, despite Simone's protests. I can cut vegetables, Jin-woo says. I am not glass. Simone hands him a knife. Slowly, Marcus watches the way Jin-woo handles it. Efficient. Controlled. Like muscle memory. So, Marcus says casually, what do you do for work, Jin-woo? Jin-woo does not look up. I manage things. Marcus snorts. That's vague. Yes, Jin-woo agrees. It is. What kind of things? People, Jin-woo says. The room goes quiet. Simone shoots Jin-woo a warning look. He shrugs slightly. Marcus laughs. People, huh? That's funny. Jin-woo finally looks at him. Why? Because everyone who says that usually means they don't want to say more. That is correct. Simone clears her throat loudly. Okay. Food's almost ready. They eat at the table like a strange, mismatched family. Marcus asks about the hospital. Simone complains about her supervisor. Jin-woo listens more than he speaks. But when Marcus mentions Atlanta, Jin-woo's fork pauses midair. You've been to Atlanta? Jin-woo asks. Born there, Marcus says. Why? Jin-woo nods. Big city. Many shadows. Marcus frowns. That's one way to put it. Later that night, Simone finds Marcus on the porch, staring out into the dark. You're suspicious, she says. I'm always suspicious, Marcus replies. That man isn't who he says he is. Simone crosses her arms. You don't know that. I know predators, Marcus says. And I know men who've seen violence. He's one of them. He's hurt, Simone snaps. That doesn't make him dangerous. Marcus looks at her gently. It makes him capable. Simone says nothing. Inside, Jin-woo sits in the dark, phone glowing faintly in his hand. A message appears in Korean. Status? He types back slowly. Delayed. Situation complicated. A reply comes instantly. Risk unacceptable. Extraction in motion. Jin-woo closes his eyes. No, he whispers. Not here. The next morning everything goes wrong. Simone is at work when Marcus calls. Simone, he says, voice tight. You need to come home. Her heart jumps. What happened? Just come. She drives like she's breaking every law at once. When she pulls into the driveway, she sees black SUVs she has never seen before. Her blood turns to ice. She bursts through the door. Marcus. In the living room, he calls. She skids to a stop. Two men stand near the window. Korean. Suits. Cold eyes. Jin-woo sits between them, face calm, hands folded. Simone's voice shakes. What is this? One man bows slightly. Miss Carter. Thank you for taking care of our chairman. Her breath leaves her lungs. Chairman. Jin-woo looks at her. Regret flickers across his face. I am sorry, he says. I wanted to tell you. Marcus steps forward. Tell her what? Jin-woo meets his eyes. I lead an organization. Simone whispers. What kind of organization? Jin-woo says softly. The kind that kills people. The room spins. Marcus swears. I knew it. Simone backs up a step. You said you weren't dangerous. I said I was just Jin-woo, he replies. That part was true. The men move closer. We must leave, one says. Enemies know your location. Simone snaps. No. He can't even walk. Jin-woo looks at the men. Stand down. They freeze instantly. Simone stares. Power radiates off him now, stripped bare. You're not leaving, she says. Not like this. Jin-woo studies her. If I stay, you die. Don't decide that for me. He wheels closer. Lowers his voice. Simone, please. You saved my life. Let me save yours. Her eyes burn. You lied to me. Yes. You used me. No, he says fiercely. I protected you. A crash explodes through the back of the house. Glass shatters. Someone screams. The men draw guns. Marcus shouts. Get down. Jin-woo's voice cuts through everything. Move her. Now. Simone feels hands drag her as bullets tear through walls. Chaos erupts. Jin-woo grabs a gun from the floor, movement sharp despite his injuries. He fires with brutal precision. Simone watches, frozen, as the man she helped turns into something terrifying. Something lethal. When the shooting stops, silence roars. Bodies lie still. Sirens wail in the distance. Jin-woo breathes hard. He looks at Simone, eyes full of apology. "This is why I begged you," he says. "This is my world." Simone shakes, tears streaming. "You brought it into my home." "Yes," he says. "And now you are part of it." If this twist shocked you, pause right now and comment what you think Simone should do next. And make sure you're subscribed because this story is just getting started. Police lights flash outside. Jin-woo grabs Simone's hands. "You must trust me. Do exactly what I say." She laughs hysterically. "Trust you." He leans in. "If you stay, they will never let you go. If you run with me, I will protect you with my life." Marcus stares at them. "Simone, don't." Jin-woo says quietly. They already know her face. Sirens get closer. Simone looks at her brother. At her shattered house. At the man who saved her life twice. She makes her choice. "Okay," she says. "I trust you." Jin-woo exhales. "Then we move." He turns to his men. "Burn everything." And just like that, Simone Carter's old life ends. Watch out for part 2 and don't forget to like, subscribe. Comment where you are watching from and your favorite character in this video. Because what happens next will change everything.